If you're looking for an easy way to understand the US30 market, well, you're in luck because in this video, we're going to talk about my entries, my exits, my profit targets, and then other things that I saw throughout this whole setup in order to make sure that I understand the markets. And these are going to be things that are going to be really helpful for you as you mark up your own charts. So let's just jump right into this because this is actually my second time filming this. The first time it recorded all the audio, but the video didn't pick up even though I did all of this. So what we're gonna do right now is just go through what I did. We're going to keep it all on the H1 time frame because that's going to be the easiest for you to understand as I walk through. So basically, the one thing that we're going to do is start at the top. So I drew a level right at the very top. So this is the height of the market at roughly 45,992. This is roughly where the height of the market is, and I wanted to place a level there. The next level that I placed was here at 44,482, mainly because of this area right here. This was a resistance, and then also this was a support right here, and that's my second level. And then I noticed that when I drew a level from here to here, that this was a really large range. So this level is at 43,306, roughly, really close to 300 flat. And this is a really wide range. And one of the things that I'm looking to do when I set up these charts is I'm looking to create tradable zones. So basically, I like to trade from zone to zone, and I want to make sure that the zones that I'm trading are things that I'm looking for. So for instance, if I'm trading this market, US30, then maybe I want a range that's maybe 100, 200, 300 points. And it wouldn't make sense for me to trade a range that's only 50 points. Or if I'm looking for a range that is higher, like 100, 200, 300 plus points, I don't need to have a range that's over 1,000 points because that would basically not make sense for me because that's not a tradable range. So I just basically took this entire range and broke it up. And now I have a range starting from this bottom here of about 377 points. This is almost 500 points, and then this range right here is 317 points. So the levels you can see possibly on the side, this is at 43,669.9. This second level that I drew is at 44,166.6. So just so that way you could kind of understand what I'm looking at inside of the market. And I chose these levels based on market structure. And that's basically right here, we had a resistance. Here, we kind of had some supports. And then right here, it was kind of the same thing. We had the resistance right here and then some supports right there. And then price, of course, broke all of this. And down below this level, I did draw some extra levels. So it's a little interesting because I did kind of go in depth. Crazy that it didn't record correctly, but I'll go over it again. This first black level that I drew, this is at 43,010, and I drew this mainly because for the same reason. I wanted to have tradable zones, and in this area, price bounced off of this level of 42,144, and then it came up to this level, 42,740, came back down into the zone and then pushed up, breaking this high over here. And then it continued to do that till right here. So I have several zones inside of here. So let me just say them again. So this zone right here is 43,010. This zone right here is 42,743. And then this zone right here is 42,496, really close to 500. If your levels aren't 100% perfect, it's not going to be a big deal. You just adjust them based off of your chart. Because I'm using Capital Com as my chart right now, there are so many other charts here inside of TradingView and maybe other software that you use. So go ahead and pick the one that's going to be the best for you and make your adjustments based on the market structure. Focus on the market structure. That's going to be the most important. And then this area right here that I drew was 107. So once again, I wanted to make sure that I had tradable zones. So that's why I created these additional zones just to break up this whole zone right here. And these little arrows basically was just signifying some market structure. So we have resistance, support, resistance, and then we also had a resistance here. So this green line right here was an idea. So when it comes to the trading ideas that I have for this upcoming week, as you can see very clearly from the arrows here, if price is roughly above this level, then I could potentially do buys. And what I was saying in the other video that didn't get recorded fully was the first idea is basically buys up to this level, mainly because of resistance. So this would be like a TP1 or take profit 1, and then this would be TP2 or a take profit 2. So that is the buy side, at least from here. And then also above this resistance right here, I would be interested in a buy above this level and then up to this zone, and then basically these zones that I have over here. So from this level to this level, and then from this level to this level. And you can see very clearly what the amounts are. So that's the upside. And then for the downside, it's a little bit trickier. But basically what I would be looking for is a sell below 42,737. And that's mainly because if price goes below here, it would essentially be breaking market structure. And one thing that I would look for is not trying to take it all the way down. That's not something I would be looking for, especially because if we look right over here, we can see at this level, price did come down to this zone and totally reversed, and then it made new market structure. So there's the potential for that to happen again. And the thing that I would be looking for is for price to potentially bounce off of this zone and then trade up. That's something that it could do. But let's just say for whatever reason, especially because this is the interesting time of the year, we have the end of the year, we have the beginning of the year, and then we also have potentially, I think NFP is coming up next week, so, or this upcoming week. So price with a lot of volume could push through this. And we could potentially see price come to this zone right here, which is at 42,104. And you can round that up, and then the next zone could be down here at 41,683. And if for some reason price was to continue to push down, because we have seen moves inside of US30 be 1,000 points or even more, then what I would do is basically just go back to the higher time frame. I would say the daily, but like H4, let's go to that, the H4, and then look for other areas where I would want to draw levels. So basically just looking for support and resistance levels, and then just continuing to draw structure. So it would be something like this. And this is just me eyeballing it because I've done it so many times. So you may want to take a little bit more precision with yours, but maybe right here, and just keep doing that. And if for whatever reason there was a lot of volume, then I would make adjustments. But essentially, this is my game plan for the upcoming week. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, so that way I can continue making videos like this, sharing my ideas inside of the market and helping you become a better trader. See you later.